Welcome to Soccer As We Like It, the Man United Direction. Today we're having another twist. We have two lovely ladies. We have Kay representing United in New York, Florida, and Sonny representing Manchester City, based out in Houston, Texas. Kay, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you.
And
Excited.
Sonny, welcome to the show.
Hey.
Right. So the season has started. Sonny was on the show before the season started, and we talked about how Man City are going to perform. Sonny, Man City have played 3 games and won 2, and lost 1, so they have 6 points. United have played 3 games, won 2, and drawn 1 with 7 points. Kay, as it seems, before the season started, there was no Ronaldo. Now there's a Ronaldo. How do you feel?
Oh my gosh, what a question. What a question. Oh God. There are not words to express my emotions right now. It's all over the place. And I have to tell you, I was in Orlando on Saturday. I actually walked in a Nike store and I saw this young man. He works in the store and he was wearing a Chelsea jersey. And I said, "What's up?
Yeah.
Why are you wearing that shirt?
Right.
This is not right." And he started to laugh and he said, which team? I said, United, of course. He said to me, "You heard the news, your boy's back." I said, "What you talking about?" He said, "Yes, like 2 hours ago, Ronaldo is back." I screamed in that store. I was ridiculous. I was like, oh my goodness, I could not believe it. I could not believe what I was hearing. I am so excited. I was so excited. I'm still excited. I'm so excited. But before the season, as it ended, I remember we were on, me and was it Mandy or Mandy?
Yeah, you and Mandy, yeah.
Mandy. And we kind of did predict that he might come back to.
Yes, you did say that. Sonny,
yes.
Mandy and Kay both predicted United might go for Ronaldo, but it was like at the time we didn't see him leaving Juventus. But hey,
that's right. And considering finances as well and what we wanted to do, we needed a few players in. So we hoped for that, but we weren't 100% sure. But my God, isn't he great?
Right. So as United, you've seen the way they've started this season. What's your take? We the first game 5-0, 5-1 beating Leeds, struggled against Southampton, against Wolves. What have you seen so far? Are you impressed, or you're like before Ronaldo? This is all before Ronaldo.
Okay, the beginning for the Leeds United game, of course, that was a good game. It was really good. It was a very good game. Pogba was phenomenal in that game.
Oh yeah,
phenomenal. Bruno Fernandes, same. He came back, same thing. People thought he had lost it because apparently during the Euros, he was awful. But boy, he showed up back on that first game and he did it. And Greenwood was very impressive that he's now the player of the month. But I thought they were pretty good starting out. I really did. I think they did very well. On the second one against Southampton, I blame the coach on that one. I do.
Yeah, I won't be surprised.
I do. When I looked at the lineup, I said, okay, so why did we get these players? What's going on? And apparently Scott McTominay was sick because he did a surgery. So that's probably one of the reasons. But I blame the coach on that one. I think the players weren't up to par, but I think the selection wasn't that great. And they made it through. Thank God that we didn't lose. So we continue the unbeaten run. But I think the coach had something to do with that one. That's just my opinion. The last one, which was Saturday, I didn't get to watch it because I was traveling throughout Orlando.
Right.
But however, I did watch.
Sonny watched that game. She was actually in her Man City. Listen, no, she came to watch the game with us in her Man City shirt among United fans and kept laughing anytime Wolves.
Really?
Yeah, she's very bold. She's very bold. That's why we call her the rebel.
Sonny. But honestly, but I saw the highlights and it seems like a difficult game. And I questioned what we're going to do going forward before the Ronaldo situation. I really questioned it. But now things have changed and I am so confident. We're going to win. We're going to win this league. There's no doubt about it.
Because of the standard he comes with. I mean, there is no excuse now.
Yes,
I mean, we signed
exactly.
Varane, we signed Sancho, with Ronaldo now. Okay, he's not what he was. He's not 24 anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But the standard he carries with him. You saw during the week, his country were losing with 2 minutes to go. Bang,
Mm-hmm.
bang, bang.
Bang, bang, bang. Mm-hmm.
That's who he
Mm-hmm.
is. He doesn't
And the
give up.
experience and the
And the
discipline.
experience. He's a winner.
Mm-hmm. Yes, he
This
is. Yes,
United
he
team,
is.
the players are going to have to raise their level because this guy is not going to
Yes,
settle for mediocrity.
exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly. And he's reunited as well with some of the players, one of the players that we just signed from Madrid,
yeah,
which is
Varane.
Joe.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. And
So
of
they are both
course,
winners of the one Champions
yes,
League between them
yes.
9 times.
Mm-hmm.
You see,
Mm-hmm.
Sonny,
Mm-hmm.
Man City have started. They started the first game. They lost to Tottenham 1-0. They've come back with 2 games, thrashing Arsenal. I mean, everyone's thrashing Arsenal these days, but you thrashed Arsenal 5-0. It could have been 8. Are you satisfied with Man City's start to this season?
Um, I don't like when they start with a loss, but they started with a loss last season and we won. So we had a really
Ha ha ha.
slow start last season, but also what I think a lot of people didn't realize, we were on the middle of the table last season for a
Oh,
long
yeah.
time because we hadn't played enough games. Everybody had a game ahead of us.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Frozen.
Sonny, you there?
She's frozen.
Yeah. Okay. See,
Mm-hmm.
from what you were saying, they've been playing that. But I agree with Man City last season. The way just like in
definitely,
life. Yeah, go on, Sonny.
I'm
Go ahead.
sorry. Did I go
Yeah,
in and
you
out?
stopped whereby City were in the middle of the season, they're mid position, but they still came back.
Oh, I'm so sorry. My internet is just terrible, especially if it's not connected to the computer. But I was going to say that we started at the middle of the table last season, but it was because we hadn't had, like, all the other teams had one game ahead of us. They had played one game more, so it looked like we were in the middle of the table. So we
Playing
had to be
catch up.
careful with that. Yes, and so we're catching up. So it was easy to catch up. So with the way that we're doing now, I like that we're starting strong, even though United has mentioned that we don't really have a striker, but although we have many players who can strike, definitely I think that we're doing really, really good this season.
Right. So I mean,
Am I
you do
breaking
make
up
a
a little
point.
bit?
You make a point because last season, despite starting slow, they still won the league. Okay, you read, right?
I agree.
It's like it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. And what they did, as much as I don't like it, they still won the league. We were leading from January because I remember texting Kay in Instagram like, yeah, we're leading the table, but
Mm-hmm.
4 weeks later, it was all over. But so it's not how far, but how well. Which Man City are really good in not just running like a runaway train, but having the consistency. And that's
Mm-hmm.
what wins you titles, being
Yes.
consistent.
Consistent. That's right.
And the best time is that January. Make that run. And that's what Sir Alex
Mm-hmm.
Ferguson did. But we can't do that. But hopefully this team can.
Yes.
Another
Mm-hmm.
point was with Man City last season is they just know how to win. They know what to do, especially those teams we can't break down. Those small teams, the low blocks, the
Mm-hmm.
Sheffield United, the Evertons, who will come and park the bus. We can't.
Mm-hmm.
They have a way to just pick the lock and find a way and get the goal. We have to
Mm-hmm.
learn that. Hopefully, there was a thing I brought up with Sonny with the United fans. She debated with United fans. I told you she's a rebel. She debated with the United fans that they don't need Ronaldo. They could do without Ronaldo. That he wouldn't even fit it into her team. Okay, talk about to her.
Well, first of all, he would have never go to City. That was never going to happen. It was never going to happen. So there's no debate about it that he would have come in because you guys know that he will never go there. So that's why you're saying that he will never fit in because he will never go there. There's not a possibility. United is his home. That's home. That's where he was raised. That's everything. That's where he was built, formed, everything.
Yep.
And he is rooted in Man United. So
That's right.
there was nowhere else to go but to go back home. And that's what we do. We grow up and we leave, but at the end of the day, even as children, we always seem to find ourselves back home. So that's where we would have ended up anyhow. So sorry guys, but there's no debate here on that city.
Well, I would like to say that yes, I do agree. That's where he made it big, and I think like going back to United, I think is more than fair, and I think it's very right. And
Yes.
it was a career move. But I disagree about, going back home. I mean, not everybody is Odysseus. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you can't. Messi may not go back home.
No, I think
So,
that's over
the
there.
thing is that, like,
Yeah,
what's
I think
over?
it's over. Yeah, I
Yeah,
think it's over.
exactly. I think it's over there. So, I'm glad that Ronaldo is on United because I'm kind of tired of people saying, "Oh, you guys have so much money. City, you have so much money. You can buy the best players, and that's why your team is good." So, I'm kind of glad that Ronaldo is there. And really, he's not my favorite player. Okay, he's good, yes, but
Okay, you're
there's
hearing this,
lots of
right?
great players.
I'm listening because I'm like, okay.
All
So
right.
who is the favorite player? Come on.
Sonny, we're waiting.
Well, my favorite. I mean, I'm a classy girl, so I like Zidane. He's like my favorite of all time.
Well,
Now he's
that's a
retired.
different
Okay.
era. I
Come
get it.
on,
It's a
lady.
different era.
Come
Yeah.
on. No,
Yeah.
no, 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 no.
I mean, he's my
Current.
okay. Currently, I think I have to say that I really like Kevin De Bruyne, and he's the reason why I'm a City fan today because I really, even though he's not a striker. It's so easy to like a striker. Oh, all the
Yeah. I
goals.
hear you.
Messi is a striker. All those goals. But to have a defender, to have a midfielder like Kevin De Bruyne who can read the game so well, and I just really admire how he influences the game. And I study him, and I also currently am a soccer player, and I try to like review like what he does in games. Just how does he know to be where he needs to be? That will be the perfect connecting tissue that his players need so that he can create goals for them. And so I miss him, and he is my favorite.
I commend you. I mean, he is.
Yes.
You see, before because he was at Chelsea and Mourinho sold him, but he came back to City and has become something phenomenal. He's a very very good player. He's a very good player. I mean, without taking even though he's not, even if he plays for City or not, I will still say even for his country Belgium, he plays some very good football. He reads the game well
Consistent.
and he's very consistent. And he scores good goals. So without a doubt, he's a very good player. Now that the season will return next week for week 4, Man United play Newcastle, which will be Ronaldo's homecoming. Man City, I can't remember who Man City play. I think you're away next week.
Everton.
I think Everton in for a bit of a thrashing, but we never know. But it is what it is. Sonny, there was something Pep said recently. He said 2 more seasons. He think it's time to go. Where you stand on that?
Pep is a very wise man. I can speak all day on how much I love that guy. And it was a slow loving him. I didn't love him outright. But I really have grown to really admire and respect him as a coach and as a person. But I think he's very wise to say that 2 more seasons. I love that about him. He's not going to try to be 80 years old there. I think he knows he's peaking. So I think, yeah, it's time. I'm very afraid of who will get next as a coach. But I have faith in City right now.
Right. You see, I think every year it gets harder to win or retain a league title, even from the Alex Ferguson years, because every team is trying their best to get to that level. And, the gap gets, I mean, 2 seasons ago, I think it was 15 points. Last season was reduced to about 8 points, the gap between United. With United buying players, Chelsea buying players, Liverpool, I don't even know where they go coming from anymore. Buying, it's like the competition gets tighter and it gets tougher. Okay, where do you see United now with Ronaldo challenging City?
Oh, we're winning.
No, you're saying we're winning the league title, right?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Yes.
well. I love that.
Listen, I'm gonna be biased, okay?
Yeah.
We're going to win.
But
We are winning.
you want that trophy, right? That one.
Yes, we're going to win. We are winning. We are in a winning season. And I don't know if you heard what Pogba said recently, that even though Ronaldo hasn't come in as yet, officially in playing with them, he mentioned, I think a few weeks ago or a week ago, that this is the best United team, strongest United team he has been in so far.
Wow. That says a lot.
Yes,
Because if you look at Varane at the back, that back four seems solid now. The middle was a bit with the McFred combination. Most fans are still worried, like we didn't get a CDM, but we just have to see how that pans out.
Yes.
Sonny, you just heard Kay say United are winning the title. They're not challenging anymore. They want your title. Sonny, talk to me.
I know you want it, and it doesn't mean you're going to have it. And so I think we're up for some good soccer this season. I think that City can continue to win. I think we're a really great team. I think Chelsea's out there. I think United is a great team. I haven't been able to watch Brently yet. I don't think they're on par with City, United, and Chelsea, but we're in for some good soccer. And I wanted to say about City being consistent. I think that's the most important thing, as well as keeping it simple. I think in life, everything that is simple will work. When you try to make it too complicated, I think so. Just a really simple strategy. Simple doesn't mean not smart, or unintelligent, but something simple, something that works, something that you got to know your players.
Yeah.
And so I think City has that. I think that there's a lot of multi-talented people on the team who can score, who can do the work of midfield. So I think United is still going to have a hard time. But Ronaldo, once I start to see Ronaldo play with United, I can better, speak.
So what we will do our next international break. There's one before Christmas. We'll see where by then the teams will have played probably like 8 to 10 games. We'll do a review and see where you are and where the two teams are. Probably get another lady in because this is so cool where the teams are. When we spoke to Sonny before the season started, she said the biggest challenge to them is Chelsea, that United are not even in that category. Kay, could you come in here now that Ronaldo? This was before the season. This was before the season.
Oh my goodness. So you actually said that?
I told you Sonny's a rebel.
No, she didn't. Did you not see our signings over the summer? We strengthened our back. Come on.
Okay. But see, Tim is messy though. Okay. I keep telling him I haven't seen with Ronaldo in the mix. I got to see this new team yet. Tim is just messy. That's it.
But before you said Chelsea before the season started. You said Chelsea were your biggest rivals. Even though we had signed Varane and Sancho. You still said, nah, Chelsea. Because I get it. Chelsea took the Champions League, your dream. They took it from you. They took your chance away in the semifinals of the FA Cup. So, yeah, it would be Chelsea. But now, as it seems now, you've seen Chelsea signed a few more players. Is it still Chelsea who are your biggest rivals?
Well, exactly. And I agree with Kay. Like, have I seen the new signings over the summer? And absolutely. I think that not only that is going to really give us a good challenge is that, who you're signing, but also some of our players are injured, Kevin De Bruyne and Phil Foden. So, so I think you're going to still give us a challenge, but we have replaced some of those players. Jack is really great.
Right.
And
yes, he is.
Yeah. So I just, we'll see. I'm looking for some good soccer. So I can't wait to see y'all play with us,
Right. That next derby, I think that comes out before Christmas, will be some fireworks. I can see some fireworks there. We'll see. You've not beaten us in the league. You've beaten us in the Carabao Cup twice, but you've not beaten us since Ole has taken over us in the league. You've not beaten us in the Premiership. But It's going to be a very tough season. It's going to be very tough. I think a lot of teams like Chelsea. Chelsea is another team I respect. But I'm watching the signings carefully. They're the current European champions. That guy, the manager, Tuchel, is a very technical, smart guy. In 5 months, see what he did to Chelsea. 5 months. It tells you a lot. It was the same players Lampard had. See what I mean? So Chelsea would be a very tough team this season, but United would have to find a way around this because I don't think top four is going to work. I don't think that top four and one Carabao, that was the fourth, win a trophy, a Carabao Cup, and probably get top four. I think that's all. With Ronaldo now, I think that script has been ripped up. It's now like you need to try and win the league now. So City, everyone's now gunning for Man City. Can Man City handle the pressure? Only time will tell. See what I mean?
Yes, so, that's true.
What I'm going to say now, Kay, with Ronaldo and everything, do you think Ole has what it takes to handle such high-profile players? And think about it, Varane's a World Cup winner, 4 league champions. You know, these guys have won it at the highest level. Do you think this guy has that pedigree to find a way to utilize everyone to the highest potential?
No.
Uh-oh.
No. I don't. I think we have the players now. He's a good coach, but I think he's going to need Sir Alex there probably every week. Helping him. I'm sorry. That's just my...
Yeah. Be honest. Yeah,
that's just what I think. That's just what I think because we could have done better. Even I told you the last time we lost that cup final.
Europa League final.
Europa League. I said, Jesus, that was painful. That was all on him. That was all on him. It was all on him because I didn't even realize that Rashford was that injured and he kept him throughout the whole time. Come on, you know? And even with the second game with the Southampton, again, who did he bench? He had Sancho. Remember, what City, as soon as the first game, he had Grealish out, right? And he scored. As soon as Lukaku came in on Chelsea, first game, he was on the team. He scored within 15 minutes. Come on. You sign these guys and you bench them. What's the purpose? We need goals.
Do you think he is too cautious or he's scared to take a risk?
I think he's trying to be friendly.
Oh, wow.
I think, yes. I think he's trying to please everyone. That's my opinion. Because even in the first game, he played everyone. Almost everyone got rotated with the Leeds United. He rotated everyone. I think after the first 60 or 70 minutes, he took out Pogba. And then he started putting in others. So everyone who was on the bench, most of them went on. Some of them went on. So he was rotating. So I think he's trying to be friendly or try to please all his players. I guess all of them are working hard, so he wants to give them the opportunity. But going forward, this is not the time for that.
That's not the time for that.
It's not the time. It's not the time for that. We need to win. And you can't, because even when the Southampton, I saw you put Martial. I'm like, oh my God. Why? And you had Sancho. You benched Sancho. Come on. Oh.
You see, that is the difference between top managers. If you see Pep for Man City, he doesn't care. How many times did he bench Aguero? There were times you could see Aguero was fit. He didn't bring him in. Look at Tuchel. If he sees you're not playing well, he pulls you off.
Exactly.
But Solskjaer, you saw the Europa League final. He did not even use a sub till the extra time. Who does that?
Yes, who does that? Who does that?
So that's what I'm saying. It's like he is waiting for that individual brilliance. Okay, if I leave him on, maybe he's gonna get one bit of magic. If the player's not doing well, Alex Ferguson did. You take him up and bring fresh legs, fresh ideas, and that's what Ole. The funny thing is, Ole was that player. That Alex, okay, you've had time to read the game from the bench. These are the little places you could go past the player, go. But he's just doing the complete opposite. He uses the same players, burn them all out till by the end of the season, they're too tired to even do anything. So now he has no excuse because the squad is bigger, but we still have a lot of deadwood. He's trying. Look at Lingard. These guys have literally nothing to offer, and I'm being blunt here.
Yes,
Nothing
it's
to
true.
offer.
I agree.
But
I
he
agree.
keeps them there, holding players. I was surprised even so Daniel James because he was.
Yes, he got
It's
rid of
like,
him.
come on.
Yeah.
Look at City, look at Chelsea, look at the squads. All quality. Is it when they bring it? It's like every in the Man City team. It's like every player has the replacement is just as good as the original. So it's like two teams, all quality. But when you look at United, after the first 12, you look at the bench like, nah, I'll just stick with what I have. See what I mean?
You know what you said? I think Maruna made a comment once that even Man City B team could beat I think Man United at one point. He did say
Marino, I as much as crazy as that guy is, sometimes there's some truth. Even though the guy has an attitude issue and he has some
yes, it's
few
true.
problems, a few screws lost upstairs. Yeah, but he sometimes what he says makes sense.
It's
Sonny,
true. That
you
I
see,
agree.
Sonny, you see the Man City team now. They have a lot in depth. Now they've added Grealish to already a very good team already, which makes them even better. So it's like every time a team is coming towards City's level, they move up another level. That's the difference. And that's what wins you titles. Ole plays too safe, too cautious, trying, like you said, Kate, trying to please everybody, trying to be everyone's friend. This is not that kind of job.
Yeah.
If a player is not doing well,
Yeah.
you have to be pulled out.
Yes, and I wanted to say that, and I hope my internet doesn't go in and out, but if you have a coach who is trying to please players, then he's not coaching.
No.
Okay, period. A good coach and is somebody who knows how to use his players and has strategies. Okay, so there you go right there. And he may have peaked himself because Ollie's good. He got you guys to second. That's really good. But if he has now that he has great players, there's no excuse.
Exactly. There's more pressure on him now, more than ever.
Sure. And coaches got to be the magicians, have to be the conductors of knowing how to bring the sound together, and knowing how to use those tools and knowing those strategies. So here's the thing though. So how when you peak, how do you go beyond? Okay. And I think sometimes you have to either fire yourself, leave, and go to a place that you can be challenged. And I think that needs to happen. And I know that it's going to be hurtful for anyone to leave and move around, like Pep is saying, 2 more years. But you got to keep going around, keep trying new jobs and new coaching positions, because that's the only way. Professional development is what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
He needs a mentor. Every coach does. And so he always needs to be constantly trying something a little different, a little harder. And coaches can peak out quite easily if they don't have that kind of mentorship.
No. Sonny, you were there. You watched the game with us on Sunday, and you saw Wolves literally nearly score us a couple of times. We're lucky.
Yes.
Explain what you thought that United team against Wolves on Sunday when you saw that game last week. What did you notice?
What did I notice? Okay, the midfield. Okay, midfield. There was a big hole there. The midfield is very important. People think, oh, the striker makes all the difference. They're gonna score, but they can't score if the midfield is not doing
creating. There you go.
Creating, yeah.
So I just, there's something more. There's something else about United. Even though United got second place, and all of my friends who watch EPLs with me, and they love all the teams, they're like, no, Sonny, United, I'm always like, that's a boring game. United is boring. They're boring. And my friends are like, no, Sonny, they're second place. Have you seen? But I disagree. I think there's a magic is missing from United. It probably used to be there with the Beckham and whatnot, and when Ronaldo was there, but something is missing. I don't know what it is because I'm not training with them, but there is something missing with United, and it's not the players. Coaching, I think the coach is something's missing there, but I think there's a magic missing. Something magical is missing at the United team, and I don't know what it is.
Do you think it's the lack of players? Because the players are, I don't. Okay, come in here. I mean, is it the lack of the players, or is it the coach that is not good enough? Or let's call it as is.
Well, I'm sorry. You said K.
Go ahead. Finish.
Well, I was thinking, I think Can y'all hear me?
We can still hear you.
I
Yeah.
can hear. We can hear
Okay,
you.
because my computer. Okay, so what I think is I have to hold the coach accountable because he is the architect of the team. He creates the team climate. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Loud and
Very
clear.
well. You're
Okay,
on
so
now.
he creates the team climate, the culture of the team. So if you don't have someone spirited, I look at some of these coaches. I can't judge. I'm not judging. I'm just observing. Okay,
Yeah.
and my intention is just to wonder, like even Arteta. You look at him and poor guy, I think he's probably a wonderful person, but you look at him and I just don't feel motivated when I look at him. I mean, I just, I look at the West Ham coach and I
Yeah.
say, now, that's the person who loves the players. When he
David
speaks
Moyes. He
about,
used to be with United back in the day,
oh,
and
well,
he got.
we'll see. That's what I'm talking about. But something magical is not there at United, and it needs to be because you got the fan base. I mean, your team, United fans are already saying you got the social media, the fan base, you got everything. It's the coach.
Wow. Okay. Come in here.
Just like what I said earlier, it's the coach. It's the coach. And I said that Sir Alex has to be there every week during training. I'm dead serious. He has to be there. He has to train Ole at some point. He has to be there. He has to show him some things. He has to talk to him. He has to mentor him. He needs that. It's the coach. It's the coach.
What
It's
of the
coach.
guys he has? He has Michael Carrick. He has Mike Phelan around him as the coaches.
Michael just retired. What, two seasons ago?
Yeah,
Maroon
about
was
3
there?
years. Yeah.
Okay. How much experience of coaching does Michael have?
They have Mike Phelan, who was Alex Ferguson's assistant for the last 4 seasons when Alex Ferguson retired.
I get that. However, he's not Sir Alex Ferguson.
Very true.
And then remember, you have a fresh blood of players.
Yeah.
Most of these players are new. Most of these players have to learn the culture of United. I don't think most of them really understand what Manchester United is really all about either. There is something in our hearts. It lives inside of us no matter what it beats. That's the love for the club. And if you're not feeling that, if you're not feeling that love, that energy, that when you step out on that field when you're playing games, I'm sorry. And you need the coach. The coach is supposed to be there to speak into your ears.
That's right.
You need to hear. You could have all the skill. Look at Pogba. You could have
baby.
all the skill.
Yes.
And zero when it comes to execution. Why?
Yes.
Up here.
Yes.
It's here.
Yes.
And somebody has to be in the ears.
Yes.
Somebody has to be there. And it's the
Yes.
coach. He has the power.
Mhm.
He has that power. At halftime, he has that power.
Yes.
Especially halftime. You could go out there and slaughter everybody. Maruna did that at City. Remember when you guys were supposed to win that championship and we took it away from you 2 years ago?
Yes.
Remember?
Yeah.
We were down 2. Remember? And everybody thought that we were going to lose.
Yeah, that 2-0.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Remember, Pogba came back 2 goals. And what's the other guy is at Inter now? Smallings. And we did it. What did he say?
Mm-hmm.
What did he say
at
that halftime?
Yes.
That 15-minute break.
So you like you said, and a lot of people said that Ole comes across as so much of a nice guy. We're not in the dressing room. We don't know what he tells them, but I think, like you said, he's trying to be too pally-pally with some of the players, especially the ones who came through the academy, like, the McTominays, If McTominay didn't come from the academy, I think he would have been gone. But there's always that extra affection, Mason, Rashford, and McTominay, because they always say, if you start to slaughter them in the media, it depresses them. They're footballers. If they can't handle it, this is the real world.
That's right.
You see what I mean? So the academy, there's always that thing like, oh, they're one of us, give them opportunity. If you're not doing well, sorry, you can't be starting. You have to show you're eligible to wear the shirt week in, week out. Whether you came from the academy or from Timbuktu, it doesn't matter. As far as you can play and you know what to do, it's all that matters. If the best 11 came from Timbuktu and deliver every week, I'm fine. I don't care about the academy. If you come from the academy is just, okay, you came from this level. It doesn't mean you're going to be a great player. Ronaldo didn't join. He didn't come from the academy. He came at 18 as from another club. But look at what he turned out. Because he always said, at that age, I want to be the greatest player in the world. At 18, he said that Ruud van Nistelrooy was training with him back in 2004. And it told Ruud van Nistelrooy, one day I'm going to be the greatest player in the world. Ruud van Nistelrooy said in his own book, when he said it, I thought this was just a kid just saying it. See what happened?
Mm-hmm.
He stayed behind. He worked hard. Then when the club finished training the players, he will stay behind. Start doing extra and extra. See the results. Players these days have too much luxury around them that the goal has literally changed.
Yes.
It's all about my social media profile, that kind of thing. Because back in
Right.
when Ronaldo played the first time, social media, there was no social media. There wasn't. It was different. But
Right.
now it's completely different. Anything you do, they post pictures, that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
But when you cross that line onto the field, all that is out. It's
It's out.
trying to deliver and represent the badge. And that's what coaches have to tell these players. Because these players, any little thing, they run to the agent. Why are you embarrassing my clowns on social media? That is where they are now. That is where we are in today's football. Overprotection. They're wrapped in cotton wool. You can't say a bad thing. Rio Ferdinand said to Ole, why is Jones still in that club? Ole told him, you have no right to be saying where he needs to be, where he needs to go. Like, okay, I'm going to use him this season. Jones has not played in 2 years.
I don't know why he's still there. I don't know.
This is what we're saying.
I don't
You
know.
have so much dead
And where are you
wood.
going to play him? Where are you going to play him?
Exactly.
Where?
But Ole say he has a plan for him.
Where?
You see the mediocrity? That is why people don't take us serious.
Mm-hmm.
Pep will get rid of you in a heartbeat. As
That's
good as
true.
Aguero was in the last 3 years, he just, you know what? You're not up to what I want. When I need you, I'll cover. But meanwhile, he doesn't care.
Yes.
He has a job to deliver. I'm not here to be your friend. I'm
That's
here
right.
to make sure this team wins.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
But, I remember when Pep first came, Joe Hart was the goalkeeper there. He had just won titles. He got rid of the goalkeeper. Like what? Instantly. He said, I want a goalkeeper who could use his feet to play as well and use his hands. Like, oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
That is the kind of manager you need. Olela said is a nice guy. He's a legend in the club. But all that sometimes is not needed. You need a guy who could tell the players in the head,
Yes.
this is what you need to do, and you got to do it right,
Yes.
consistently.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So like I said, Sonny, that is the difference. And that is why teams like City and Chelsea deliver titles and trophies quicker because of the managers, the character of the managers they have. See what I mean?
Yes.
Pep is not going to have a player who hasn't played in 2 years like, I have plans for you this season.
No.
Really? You see what I mean?
Right. Right.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is, like, I definitely love what you're saying, Tim, and I definitely love Kay, what you said as well, is that the coach's job is to do one thing, is to inspire.
Mm-hmm.
And the root word of that is spirit. And coaches who have more spirit, and that's what I like about Pep. He's not trying to look like Mr. Cool, that I accuse Jurgen Klopp of looking like. He used to be. I used to love Jurgen Klopp.
You remember Klopp when Liverpool not doing well, you see him by the touchline.
Now you see
screaming.
him. Yeah,
Yeah.
now you do. Now you do. But before, so and so what I wanted to say was that there's a fine line of having love in your heart for your team, but you're gonna bust their butts, and so there's and I think people are afraid of that today. They're afraid that I'm afraid to bust your butt, but that's your job. Okay. Coach's job, as teacher's job, as mentor's job, is to bust your butt, because you're never gonna get higher if you don't have somebody who's busting your butt. But you got to have somebody busting your butt that love you, that will cut for you,
Right.
that will so I
Run
see
that extra mile.
Yes, and I see that in Pep, that he has a heart, but at the same time he gonna tell you how he is gonna come out the way he
Yeah.
is feeling. He's not gonna because he doesn't care about being in the media or the social
No,
media.
he
He gonna
doesn't.
say,
That is
That's
because
what I
he
like
still
about
has
him.
the mentality of old school mentality.
Mm-hmm. He does. He
You
does.
And I hope
take
it
it
never dies.
as a man or you
Yes.
leave it.
Yes.
That is where, yes, footballers are
Yes.
overprotected with agents and social media profiles. We get
Yes.
that marketing strategy. We all know that. But If you are not delivering,
Mhm.
I'm sorry, you can't.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, Mourinho he took it to an extreme. He just goes there and fights the whole team, and because you see, players have so much power. Players get managers fired because they're just down tools and like, oh, you know what? I'm just not gonna put my effort. You're gonna leave before I leave, and Mourinho goes there, fights the whole team. Even fighting the security guard outside the stadium. That guy has issues. I told you, he has issues, but he sometimes says the truth that today's players are lazier than it used to be.
Oh, yes.
So he's finding it hard to adapt.
Yes, I think that's the issue.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Players have more control than the managers had back in the day.
That is true.
Yes.
That is true.
He's finding it like, think about it. The last 3 jobs, he's been fired. Why? Not because the results were so bad, because the team says he's so disrespectful to all the players. He just has an attitude problem. That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
But he wants to control. You can't control. You have to give something to get something back. If you respect the players these days, it's kind of like bowing down to them. That's what Ole's trying to be so nice. But you can't be too nice.
No.
Especially the players who are not really good enough. You see what I mean? That's the trick.
You can't be nice anyway. Nice is fake anyway.
It is.
Yeah.
And
kindness
nice gets you fired.
Yeah, nice will get you fired.
He is very nice, especially to Pogba and Rashford.
Yeah.
He is very nice to them, and McTominay and Fred. He's very nice to them.
But because Fred and McTominay, there were games you think like, these guys need to be taken off. But they say when you pull off an academy, it hurts his confidence. Do we care about his confidence? If he's not doing well, he needs to be removed.
Yeah.
This is not FIFA, This is real life.
Yes.
3 points are at stake.
Yes.
And a guy's not doing well, making mistakes after mistake, and you're still leaving him on there? Come on, man. Come on. Like you said, Kay, he doesn't act in time, Ole. He acts too slow to react.
Perfect. True.
So how he's going to manage this team now? Because it's a newer team, new experience, bigger players who have won more. Because most of the players at United, apart from Pogba, have not really won anything.
Let me tell you what's going to happen. Ronaldo is going to come in, and Ronaldo is going to lead that team, not Ole. Watch.
I can see that. I can see it. I could just see it.
I can see it too.
Watch.
Because he's a winner. He's not going to set this mediocrity whereby Fred will lose the ball and try and win the ball that he lost by himself. Who does that?
He's gonna, if he doesn't do that, there's gonna be an issue, and we're gonna see it. We're gonna see it play out. We're gonna see it. Yeah.
He's gonna be the boss of the team.
There you go, Sonny.
There is definitely something I like. I mean, there's many things I like about Ronaldo. Don't get me wrong. I love his work ethic, and
number one.
And that's really, I think, like today's society is definitely changing. We got it too easy. Almost every country almost, but we have it too easy, especially where these footballers, not where they're from, but where they're playing. We have it too easy, and that's seeping into football. All this no contact and my confidence and things like that. I mean, I wasn't even raised like that. I was raised with full contact, and your confidence. Really? You're not gonna have any confidence after I get done with you, and that's what made me tough, and tough in a good way, but ethic. We had to earn everything, and so Cristiano Ronaldo is coming in with some of the work ethics that I really admire in it, and that's
at 36.
At 36, sure, absolutely. I have much respect for Cristiano Ronaldo. He may not be my favorite, but who cares? I have much respect for him. If City had gotten Ronaldo, I would be like, hey, yeah.
I think if City got Ronaldo, I could definitely say they're winning Champions League this season.
Yes.
Start writing the. When that guy's etching the name on the trophy when they've got the winner, I could see just write it in advance because there's no how they won't win. Because he would just be the final jigsaw puzzle to that team.
Right.
But like I said, a lot of players these days, they just don't have that. It's just like, all right, I'll do my 90 minutes. I just do enough. But Ronaldo doesn't work with let's do enough.
Exactly.
It's 100% or no percent. At 36, this guy will let these guys realize that, you know what? And most of them, to avoid being embarrassed, they're gonna like, oh, okay, I'm kind of have to raise my game. You're gonna see the levels this player's gonna have to raise
Yes,
their game.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a huge impact on the team.
So I know
really do think so.
I know it's early to say, Sonny, where do you see Man City? I know it's only week 3.
I see us like, you know, like 1, 2, or 3, like number 1, 2. I see us number 1. I mean, we're not gonna allow United to come in and just have their way with us. So we're gonna be, and Christian is really gonna help your team, but we're gonna be ready for that. Pep is already ready for that. You know, Pep was a good player, but he's a better coach. He already understands.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I agree.
You know? And
I agree with that.
And he's older than these players. He's been watching them play for a long time, so he's got them in their back pocket. I don't think we're giving up number 1 so quickly. I still think we have to worry about Chelsea because they're being brutes. But yeah, definitely United, like you said, driving the car, looking back, we're kind of like, oh, you know. But we still got that, you know, power, baby. Hold on.
Okay, because I told Sonny last week. I said, before, City are just driving, you know, Sunday music, nodding. Now they're like, huh? That car's a bit close to me. It's even getting closer. It's not going to be like, okay, okay. Now, because the other teams have raised their levels. They bought players. Lukaku is going to be a force for Chelsea this season.
Yeah.
Don't underestimate Chelsea.
Yes.
Liverpool, they've not done a lot, but I know Klopp will be in their head. It will be in their head.
Yes.
Talking that, listen, we got to go. Because if you remember last season, Liverpool were out of the top 4 for the last 8 games. Then all of a sudden, boom, drop themselves back in there. That is the momentum. That's what Klopp player, a man telling his players.
Yeah.
Do you guys not want to be in Europe this season?
He's
a good coach. And look at that is what I want Ole to do. Get in their head.
Yes.
Just like Alex Ferguson used to go. Roy Keane does it to his player. Listen, you guys got to deliver. It's not win one game, we're done. No, it's the season is so long.
That's right.
You know, just like you said, Sonny, Man City were mid-table. It's not how fast, how well. You know, everyone said, "Oh, City, they're done." Okay, Pep will have something to say. End of the season, they had the trophy. Exactly. So, Kay, round up for me. Ronaldo in the team. Have you got your shirt?
Lifting it higher. We're winning. Number 1. We're winning it this season. I'm sorry, Sonny, but it's ours. You guys had how many years? 3 years, 2 years back to back. And then you guys took a break. I allowed Chelsea to take a chance and you want it back. And no, you had Liverpool and our time.
You think this is United season, Kay?
Oh, yeah. If we don't make it, it tells a lot about our team.
I think you might not get a better opportunity than this season.
If we don't win, it says a lot about Manchester United that we are over.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sonny,
unless we get a new coaching or something like that.
And that wouldn't that be starting all over again?
Yes, it will. But I don't think that is even going to happen because you know the connection to Solskjaer at United. That's not going to happen. But
do you think if he wasn't who he was, do you think they would have like kicked him out?
He would be out already. Long time.
There you go. So you see, and that is also an advantage, but also a disadvantage. Because when a player who's been a legend for the club, blah, 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 when things are not going well, if you're someone else, they would have cut him. You see an example was Chelsea. Lampard was a legend. The owner said, you know what? The results are saying we're going nowhere. I need to cut you. And he cut him. He brought in another guy. They win Champions League. So the emotional thing, you have to be removed. That attachment of sentiments have to be removed. It's all about winning and delivering. That's what it means. Chelsea are very brutal. They don't have time for sentiments. You see, they fire the managers literally every 2 seasons.
Every 2 seasons, yes.
If this guy doesn't deliver, if he doesn't deliver, he'll be out. Simple. But United are like, we're in transition. We are going to get there. When one day, there's no time for it. All times have changed. You know, the days Alex Ferguson took 5 years to win his first title. And that season before the first 2 seasons, He was fighting relegation. It was Sir Alex. Could you imagine? They were saying Sir Alex out. It was that bad. I'm talking 1988, 87. United were fighting relegation, nearly got relegated. But they stood with him, and the rest is history. But
and that's what they're trying to do.
they don't
Sasha.
give managers that much time anymore.
I know, but
They
Man
don't.
United is loyal to that. That's
9 months.
culture.
If the results are looking bad, mate, see you later. You're done. That's where we are in football today. So footballers need to know you don't deliver. You also need to be removed. You know.
That's why
So
I
it's
said
funny.
we need Sir Ferguson has to be there. I'm telling you, he's going to be, because if you notice, he was on the flight with them going to the Europa Cup, right?
Yeah.
So he's going to be there more. And also Cristiano, he tweeted out, "This one is for you, Sir Alex." Did you read that?
Yeah, I saw that.
When he said he's returning, he said, "This one is for you." So I believe that he's going to be there more often, and they're going to put a plan together how to win the title. I do believe that. So that's why I said, if they don't win this season, for me, United is like, we're done for a while. Wow. Unless they change the coach and somebody else comes in. But again, players' mentality is going to be affected, and we're starting all over again. And we just wasted 12 years, going 13 years. Yeah.
I think, like you said, Pogba said, I think this is going to be United's strongest team in a long time.
Yes, he did. He said he felt it. He said it's the strongest team he has ever played in since he's been playing with United. Wow. That means they're stepping up. There's something there. So, and then again, we're bringing in Ronaldo. They have to follow him. We're bringing in leadership. We're
leadership,
experience leadership, winning mentality, a different mindset that they have never seen. Yeah. They have never experienced it. And it's not only him. Our new signee, Varane, they're bringing him, he's in too. So combine those two together, right? With all that experience. And again, Pogba as winning, he knows how to win. Yeah. But
now he has more winners around him.
Yes. So the push is there more. And the feel to win is there now. So hopefully we can do it. Hopefully we can do it. But I'm rooting for us to win, honestly. I do believe it. I'm sorry, Sonny. You guys won so much in the last. Come on, you have to give us one this time. Come on. We can work together. We can work.
Well, on that note, it's been a fun show. You've heard it from two lovely ladies, Sonny representing Man City and Kay representing Man United, New York, Florida. Thank you very much, ladies. Don't forget, viewers, like, share, and subscribe. If you disagree with them, drop your comments. If you agree with them, drop your comments. I know you probably have questions for Sonny. You probably have questions for Kay. Just drop it. Follow us on all the social media platforms. Ladies, it's been an absolute pleasure. Kay, thank you for joining us today. Thank you very much, Kay. Next weekend is going to be... You know what was so funny was most of my friends back home were saying before Ronaldo, it was just a regular game to play, go watch Newcastle. Now, it has now become the most watched game the whole world is tuning into next Saturday.
I hope my jersey comes in time because, I have
tickets.
7.
You see, Kay's already put in an order. I've not put my order in. I would.
The email came in. The order was in.
Wow. Tickets outside the stadium are going for £2,000.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Ooh. That's what tickets are going for, because everybody wants to be there for the first day to see, because you got to understand, this is a generation who've never seen Ronaldo play in a United shirt. So they are selling over millions of shirts per minute. Mm-hmm. So the money they spend, they're going to get that back within 7 days, easily.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So the whole, it's like we never signed Sancho Varane. That's put to one side now. It's all...
It's overshadowed now.
Yeah, I know a guy who bought Sancho shirt. He said, "I'll probably wear that later in the season. I'll need the Ronaldo shirt." But you see, the levels. You know what I mean? Sancho's a good player.
I wasn't gonna buy either because I don't like the jersey. I don't like it. Mm-hmm. Team, I don't like it. Team viewer, I don't. But when I saw that number 7, forget it.
And you got Cavani was nice enough to give up the number. I commend him.
Yes,
I commend it. That was good sportsmanship. And the club want to use that to make more money, merchandise sales, selling him number 7 from his the club know how to make money. Let's call it that.
Yes, that's true. They do know how to make money. We give them that. That is true.
So next week, it's all good. This time next week, by God's grace, the game should have been over, and we'll know how. I don't know if he's going to play because the UK government did not approve his non-isolation. He has to isolate for 5 days, so he can't play. He can't mix with the team for 5 days. So I think the 5 days ends on Thursday of next week. So I don't know. We'll see. We just have to wait to see. Well, ladies,
hopefully he'll be there.
Hopefully he will be there. I mean,
all smiles.
You know, there's gonna be no spare seat in that stadium next Saturday, because it's not. Think about it. Before Ronaldo, it's just Newcastle. People just want to go watch United because everyone's been locked down for so long. It's not even Man United Liverpool or Man United Mancity. It's Newcastle. But because of Ronaldo, that game has become the most watched TV show globally. Everyone wants to see Ronaldo. And there we are. Next Saturday, we'll see if hopefully United win. We'll be shouting and screaming our heads off at the bar. Sonny, I don't know if you're going to be...
What did you say? Hopefully? Come on.
No. I'm being logical because some of those United players, sometimes I'll be like, you see what I mean? If he does the whole McFred, I can't do McFred this. I can't do McFred this season. I can't.
Mac is injured. He just did surgery.
So you saw Fred against Sonny. You saw Fred against Wolves the first 20 minutes.
Oh God, yeah.
It was awful. He gave away 2. This guy, it was so bad he couldn't even give away a penalty. He fell down to even try and catch the guy's leg. He's just that bad. You know, twice Wolves nearly scored because of him losing the ball. Well, ladies, been an absolute pleasure. We shall do this again, and we shall carry on and see where these two teams are.
Yeah,
probably in our next international break. But if the other times, I'll get you guys on more frequently for other topics to discuss. Okay, ladies.
Nice to meet you, Kay.
Nice to meet you, Sunny.
Okay, been an absolute pleasure. Thank you very much. I'll send the link to you guys of this video. Okay. Sonny, see you guys soon. Take care. God bless.
Have a good one.
Bye.
All right, ladies.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.